Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, July 27, 2023. Parliament has approved amendments to the Child Care and Protection Act that will bring an end to locking up children who have not committed a criminal offense but who have been deemed uncontrollable. The legislation was passed with 17 amendments during Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives. One of the adjustments will involve the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, evaluating children for behavioral issues. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams spoke to its expected impact during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House.
The law passed in Parliament yesterday will, when it comes into effect, offer a kinder and a gentler environment for Jamaica's children who are experiencing behavioral challenges. Going forward, following the assent, the child will be assessed by a competent behavioral specialist, and a care plan would be agreed having regard to the results of a social inquiry report and a psychological or psychiatric report.
Amendment of the Act includes the repeal of Section 24, Subsection 2, which will enable Jamaica to become compliant with obligations under notable international treaties on child justice and child rights. Minister Williams says this is just one of the many ways government is seeking to fulfill its responsibility for protecting Jamaica's children. She points to the recently established non-residential therapeutic center opened at the Maxfield Park Children's Home in St. Andrew, adding that the ministry is already looking to set up another two.
We also have a residential therapeutic center in St. Anne that is ready, that's outfitted, that have the necessary specialists there as well, in the event the behavioral challenges are of such a nature that it would require us removing the child from their environment and putting them in a place where they have access to these professionals.
Cabinet has approved an enhanced staff structure for the University of Technology, UTech, adding 832 new positions. The posts were identified during an audit of the university undertaken by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service. Cabinet also approved the current operational pay plan being used by UTech, resulting from its added responsibilities and program offerings since it was granted university status in 1995. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams, who made the announcement during Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing, says the approval is significant because it addresses an issue that should have long been rectified.
I'm extremely delighted that this government has taken the steps necessary to regularize the staff structure, giving confidence and certainty to a situation that has been allowed to meander since 1995.
She adds that the Ministry of Education is committed to working with UTech in its continued mission to expand access to tertiary education for Jamaicans. The Jamaica Defense Force JDF has welcomed 392 new members comprising 314 males and 78 females. The recruits, who are from the Jamaica National Service Corps, JNSC, graduated last Friday after 16 weeks of intensive basic training. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Ambassador Alison Stone-Roof, says their completion of the program is a testament to their grit and determination. She urged the new JDF members to perform their duties with integrity and to avoid situations that can cause conflicts of interest.
As you embark, men and women, into the next phase of your lives, I hope that you will take the lessons learned from the phases of your training and continue to be men and women of honor.
Meanwhile, the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has strengthened its capacity to respond to incidents of domestic violence through the training of police officers. 24 officers advanced to being trainers in this area after completing a comprehensive 5-week program. They are the first cohort of a domestic violence Train the Trainer course.
They are required to go back to their division, develop training plans to train police officers, identify the gaps that are within that are in the divisions, and to ensure that the requisite training is conducted so that these gaps will not be there.
The head of the JCF's Domestic Violence Intervention Centers says a new domestic violence training manual is also being developed to enable the police to address the crime more effectively. The training was done through the JCF's Domestic Violence Intervention Center. Funding support came from the United Nations Spotlight Initiative, which aims to eliminate violence against women and girls. A domestic violence handbook completed through support from the United Nations Population Fund was issued to each officer, as well as the divisional branches of the JCF.
This situation is so dear, where we have cases of 1 in every 4 persons has experienced that in their life, domestic violence. And to throw out another number that I want to repeat, it's about the number of women that have been killed. 133, imagine how dear that is. So this is a serious problem that you have to take on. And we want for you to take this on with that level of professionalism.
And finally, Jamaica remains committed to maintaining a necessary balance in the development of regulations for deep seabed mining. Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Orlando Terrelong, gave this assurance on Monday. He was addressing the 28th session of the Assembly of the International Seabed Authority, ISA, held in downtown Kingston.
Jamaica remains steadfast in its commitment to the principles and objectives enshrined in the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea. We firmly believe in conducting our activities in the area in the interest of the sustainable development of the deep seabed to ensure respect for equity, transparency, and environmental responsibility.
The ISA is tasked with regulating the exploration of minerals found in the seabed and subsoil beyond the limits of national jurisdiction. Minister Terrelong says Jamaica subscribes to the common core position that there should be a comprehensive regulatory framework with robust protection for the marine environment. This, he says, will be instrumental in the work to develop the nation's mining code.
The adoption of the agreement relating to the implementation of Part 11 of the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea and the subsequent regulations on the prospecting and exploration of mineral resources serve as a testament to our collective dedication to striking the right balance between resource extraction and environmental preservation.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.